Yo, what's going on YouTube? We're back again today with another track walk video, and today we're at Southwick. Can't wait for this. Southwick is always one to go for on the calendar. So let's get into it. We are now on round 6, so we're halfway through the season. Let's see what it has got for us. Right, turn on this a little bit. There we go. Right. So last year's track, I really enjoyed this one, but it's pretty flat for a sand track. So it looks like this is very rough. Right, so we go on board now. See what we're dealing with, boys. Ooh, lovely. Just go back there real quick to this first corner. You see what I'm seeing? Deep ruts. This is what I was looking out for. Sand track. Obviously you want deep ruts. So that's a good first sign. Yeah, okay, we've multiple ruts compared to last year. Okay, new jump. Okay, last year down there was pretty smooth. This year it's a lot like rougher. And some pre-made jumps in the corners, which is nice. Ooh, so here looks pretty rough. Nice. Okay, this is new. Let's go back. Back in again. Alright, let's see what we could do here, boys. Okay, so either jump into this one, I'm presuming. Maybe 450. You'll get into this one. It could be a stretch, but okay, he's actually doing that on the 250. So maybe you jump into this in 450? Maybe. If you jumped in, okay, it works out the same. Want the line choices. Probably just inside, though, a bit of quicker way. I believe inside down here. Very inside. Okay, we've actually 3 ruts rather than the 2. Inside. What do we have down here? More tree line corner. Probably inside or middle again. Right, yeah, he's added roughness in there compared to last year. It's very smooth. Good to see, good to see. Ooh, just something that caught my eye right there. I like this. Some tear offs on the ground. Nice. Just a little feature added in, but makes all the difference. Yeah, so midline here again or inside, I reckon. A little bit of quicker lines inside. I believe inside here are actually very outside. Because let's just go back. Let's talk about it. So you come inside, obviously you get to block off the guy who goes wide. But if you can slingshot out wide, let's see wow this turns out. Like you slingshot, yeah, you jump in here further, and you'll probably actually stay lower from going outside, just because you'll be hitting it with more speed. You can scrub it harder. Ooh, now that is rough down there. Let's look. Yeah, that's rough. I like this. So I reckon guys are gonna stick to the left hand side of the track, like the edge here. If they're gonna go wide, obviously, or else they're gonna go very tight in here. I don't see anybody kind of using the middle. Right, lovely. Pre-made ruts, pre-made ruts. Now, how was this part? 'Cause this was rough. Okay, this actually looks similar to last year, so nothing's new there really. This kind of similar. This is similar, maybe a bit rougher there, but similar enough. That's similar to last year, so not really many changes this year, just from the roughness, really. Oh, now that is different, because last year you did not get the pop off of that. Right, so he's jumping in. Yeah, okay, 450, you're definitely going to land here. Okay, he added in ruts here as well. Yeah, man, this is what I'm liking, is these deep ruts. So I feel like cornering, well, we'll just finish out this and we'll replay the whole thing and we'll talk more on it. And the jumps have a lot more of a pop to them from last year. Right, so that's a lap. Let's go back. I love. Right, so what I'm seeing first impressions is I like it. the jumps are more peakier because in sand it's hard to get a jump, like to get airtime in sand. And I felt like last year here it was very like no matter how hard or fast you hit a jump, you would not get a pop off them. But this year, man, he's definitely. It's like it's how a sand track is. You hit like jumps in real life that are sand, and you will get a pop off them most of the time. I mean, overall, it looks decent, but how would we say? Most of the time, how we talk about the tracks before we ride them, then when we ride them, they handle a lot different. And I don't like when I see stuff like this. Watch his bike. You see that? So like he does nothing wrong, comes out like all he does is that he done wrong, but it's not even a big mistake. Is right here. He doesn't follow this rut through, so he pops off of here, and then he hits this bump, and his bike just reacts weird. I don't like that because that's normally the track doesn't dwell well with the physics. Now, hopefully I'm wrong, but alright. So here again, I believe. Hold up, we go back. Sorry, boys, we go back. I believe, yeah. I can't see anybody taking the outside. It's going to be pointless. So I believe inside is going to be the middle line. Or inside, sorry, is going to be the main line. Forgive me, boys. It's very late. I'm recording this video. But I believe inside will be the main line. And maybe the middle one. I think everybody will use the middle line until the row kicks in. Then they go middle line. I mean, like... Okay, let's see how this fares up. I mean, you still get a good drive from the inside. So, and it's probably going to be quicker. Now, I reckon... Here, the quicker option will be to rail this as tight as you can rather than going outside. Reason being, if it's like last year, so rail this on the inside and you stay tight here and you can get this inside line. But it looks to be options, it's just to see what is quickest. And last year what a lot of guys used to do here was, some guys used to take the inside, but a lot of guys used to take the outside. So I'm wondering will it work out the same this year. Take the outside, they get to drive up here and they jump around here, and then you've kind of less power because you're just a landing, and you can scrub that and stay lower, which works out quicker. Here, let's look at it. Let's talk about it. Right, so here, I know last year everybody was going wide. Maybe this year they might use the inside line, but I believe outside is what people will use. What I can see happening is people will use this outside line, and they'll jump from outside to outside, and then carry the speed around the outside there maybe. But hold up, that actually looks like it might not work out, because if you look at that outside line carefully, my bad, let's go back a touch. If you look at the outside line here, it kind of fades away, like sorry, this midline fades away to the outside. And I don't know, if you use that outside, just this little bump I'm looking at, so you'll hit that bump and then you'll jump into that, and the physics could come in. So maybe outside's going to be the goal there. And this was so quick, man. I used to make up half a second here last year. Don't go back far enough. So everybody used to go wide. I used to go so tight here last year. Literally clip them little yellow stakes. And you won't even jump through here. You will literally roll, like keep the wheels on the ground. It's so much quicker because everything's lower on the inside, leading you into that inside rut, which I think will be the main line. And here I believe everybody will go tight. I mean, again, there's no reason to go wide. Everybody will probably funnel into this line, stay tight. More tear-offs back there. Love to see it. Little feature looks sick. But overall, all the tracks looked good, but this one really does have the pro vibe. I don't know. There's just more fans up closer to the track looking, and it looks better. At least I think, anyway. But yeah, guys, it's looking good. Hopefully, we'll race good. I mean, Southwick is always one of the best tracks in the Clinder. It's fun, deep sand, just a fun track overall. But let me know your thoughts. How do you think it's going to ride? I'm actually looking forward to it, and I think it will be one of the better tracks of the year, hopefully. But do let me know what you think in the comments, and I will link the track in the description. So until next time, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace!